We'll continue reading the book Spiritual Anatomy by Daaji, and we are almost towards the end of this book, Wisdom. Today we'll be discussing about the 11th chakra. So the 11th chakra, the element is earth and the defining quality is restlessness. And the location is 2 fingers behind the crown chakra. That is the location of the 11th chakra. So today, instead of I speaking about this chakra, we all have an interaction session. Okay. So life and existence. So you all can, put your thoughts or comments about what is life and what is existence. So there is no right or wrong answer. It is our own definition of life and of existence. So please, anyone unmute, and according to you, what is life and what is existence? Your thoughts upon these 2 words, life and existence. Yes, Ramji or Madhu.
What comes to my thought now is life is part of the existence. So existence as a whole and life as an aspect of it, a part of the whole.
Thank you, Ramji. Yes, thank you. Wonderful. Yes, anyone else? Okay, then I'll go ahead. So Daji opens this chapter with this question only, like your definition about life and existence, and that we have to journal it. Okay. Today, at this date of 18th October, my definition of life and existence is this, and after some time you can go back and look into this journaling, what we have written. And that day, if you look upon, there will be a different definition of life and existence. So, according to him, Daji says that, life is continuous. There is an beginning and end, but existence is continuous, eternity. In other words, we can say that when the soul embodies into the body, it becomes life. So soul is existence and our body is life. There is a beginning and end to our body, but the soul is eternity, right? Continuous. So this is how he has, explained about soul and existence. And then he says that we have been in this journey from beginning from first chakra and we are at the 11th chakra. So at every chakra, we have experienced, either the peace, either the courage, either the compassion, belongingness, empathy, right? Infiniteness, wholeness. These are the different experiences or the conditions experienced at that particular chakras. And then he says that it evaporates for some time. And again, there is an restlessness, yearning to get more. Okay, you get some experience at the first chakra, but then you are longing for more. That restlessness is there, and he says this restlessness is important for your spiritual growth as well as in the physical materialism, right? Material world. This restlessness keeps us moving to have more. Once you achieve that, uh, mm, peaceful state, you want to get it more and more. This restlessness he says is good, spiritual restlessness. It's not the restlessness you end up in difficulties in the material world, but a spiritual restlessness which keeps us moving to, reach to the absolute. And then he explains, like in the scientific world, and the researchers like Edison, Newton, when they were asked like how they could invent, so they had this restlessness. So Edison says, I now know there are 1,000 ways which doesn't work before inventing the bulb. So similarly, our restlessness, takes us to the absolute. Be with the source. So at the 10th chakra, we felt the proximity, right? And then as you move to the 11th chakra, you feel the presence of absoluteness. It is like the restlessness is like you have a long journey, and day long journey, and you are about to reach to your home. That turning or the particular route, you are stuck in a traffic, or you just feel that you just want to reach home. That restlessness, you are just there, but then the restlessness increases, and this is what the spiritual restlessness to reach to the absolute. So then he says that with the restlessness, you get the condition is the pain. This pain is not something that you feel traumatic, but this is a beautiful pain when the butterfly, from the cocoon, it breaks into a butterfly. This is the pain we experience with this restlessness. And then he goes on saying, uh, this restlessness is very important uh, to reach to the goal, that absoluteness. So someone asked Ramakrishna Paramahansa that you are so restless. He says that a devotee is like a fish swimming in the ocean of devotion. So if the fish stops swimming, then it becomes stagnant and die. So this restlessness, this swimming is important to keep us alive and reach to the absolute. So completes the 11th chakra about the restlessness. Yeah. Anyone wants to say anything, add into it, or any input, please unmute yourself. Yes, Ramji. Go ahead.
I really like the concept of restlessness. Indeed, it is against the so-called peaceful state of the mind, peaceful state of the soul. Mm. In reality, as well, we see this is how we thrive and we evolve. So the restlessness in a good way,
Yeah.
and we have to look into our own self. How much restless are we? Again, in the bracket, in a good way at the soul level, in order to experience the existence like today's sharing, yeah, rather than the life. Of course, I think I remember once in discussions, um, Patriji specified that we are all always working and we are always restless from the aspect of the soul. And that is how, if we see all these spiritual great masters, uh, all the work they have done in this world, when we look at them, we say, why these people are doing so, so intensely this work? It is because they're very restless at the soul level. They experience this existence probably, so they know that they have this time and they have to do and fulfill the purpose. So everyone who connects to their soul, they will become utterly restless in a good way, because great things come out of it. And the example of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is very, very beautiful, and as well the scientist. Yes, very true. So we have to look into our own self constantly. Am I being restless? And that's the direct indicator that we are progressing.
Absolutely.
Very beautiful. I really like this. So you see, it's a kind of paradoxical, and that's how it is always the truth, the reality. So thank you.
Thank you, Ramji. As always, icing on the cake. Beautifully, beautifully explained. Yes, this restlessness is very, very important in a good way. And that's how I think, Patriji could read lakhs of book and such a movement in 40 years, because that restlessness, yes, the higher purpose, what is there, and every minute, is something in action for the benefit of the human being, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. As you said, as we progress, our restlessness, it's an indicator. Yes, we are getting connected. We are there. We are moving. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ramji. Thank you for the chat messages. Anyone else wants to share anything or their comments or input? Please unmute yourself. Thank you, Anna. Indraji, you have any queries? Thought provoking, as always.
I couldn't unmute myself. It's beautiful. Everything said is very beautiful. What I'm thinking, one thing that I'm thinking is, when you become restless because you want to know. When you want to know, you become restless, and when you get in that state where you want to know, you start observing. What are you observing? Life. And what are you observing? The nature. You're observing everything. Scientists, they explore, observe. And when they observe, or whatever you observe, in science or in spirituality or wherever, eventually what happens? The observer and the observed becomes one. Ultimately, it's one. We are all targeting to get to that oneness. And the restlessness leads, if you do it properly, rightly, tirelessly, endlessly, you will become that. You are the observer. You are trying to observe the oneness, and you become oneness. You join the oneness. Am I clear in what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely, absolutely, Indraji. Yeah, that's the
So
ultimate stage you reach. The seer and the witness dissolves, right? You
that's
are
right. That's right.
one.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
So what the restlessness, whatever we are trying to do, whatever we want to do, is ultimately is the urge for us to join the one. We have that urge.
Okay.
We have that urge, and that urge should be there. It's a very good thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Indraji, for your input. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyone else? So next will be 12th chakra, and then we'll be ending this book. Yes, Ramji. Yes.
So there was a part that comes to my memory now, what Patriji shared, was the same restlessness, which is the quality of the soul, is as well embraced by the mind and the body. And when we see people in the physical world very restless in accumulating, indeed, the original quality was the accumulation of the wisdom at the soul level. Because they are not connected to the soul, it is being manifested at the physical level. that the mind continues to become restless in the physical world, accumulating things. And as they get closer to the spiritual world, the knowledge, it translates to the mother of this restlessness, which is at the soul level, and they will continue to evolve at the soul level. So then the whole thing came out that, that's why we should not judge anyone, because it is the quality of the soul that at the physical level, people continue to, live through that quality of the soul, becoming restless, and they accumulate and do things at a different level, at a, within brackets, lower, but not lower, but let's say at the physical level, at the life level, but not at the soul level. And eventually through lifetimes, living through lifetimes, they go back to the seed, which is at the soul. Thank
you. Yeah. Thank you, Ramji. It's another perspective. Yeah, absolutely. That's why we see a lot of examples. No, they are a CEO of some company, or they are at the peak of their luxury and everything, and all of a sudden they turn it. Suddenly they come into, and their growth is spiritual growth is exponential at that. So we can see the extremes, as you said. No judgment. Yeah, they are into accumulating in the physical world, but the moment they realize this is not something which you are longing for, you connect even a little bit with the soul, their growth is like transformative. Yeah. Thank you, Ramji. Yeah. So we shall end the session if there are no more sharing. Thank you all for joining and the beautiful interaction today. And yeah, have a miraculous day, all of you. You all for the next session in the evening with another master. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining.